Coming on the end, we're on the end.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you. Today is Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. We're here for a work session agenda. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and let me see, who am I going to pick? Rich. Rich, would you lead us in the pledge?
Yes. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have a couple of quick notes or announcements to make. This Sunday, May 19th, is Community Day at Stotsky Park. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., all are invited to attend this free family-friendly event, which includes a community yard sale, a fun run, musical performances throughout the day, food trucks, local vendors, a bounce house, obstacle course, and lawn games, as well as an opportunity to meet some of our Riverhead police officers and explore the Riverhead Fire Department's big ladder truck. So it sounds like it could be a lot of fun down at Stotsky Park. Today, Sunday, May 19th. I just hope Mother Nature cooperates because she likes to rain on the weekends for some reason, which stops all of us from getting our yard work done. And there is no rain date for this, so it's either on or it's not going to be, but hopefully it will make it through. A reminder to all residents, this coming Monday, May 20th, at 6 o'clock, right here, there will be a special town board meeting for 2 public hearings related to the comprehensive plan update. Residents who wish to comment on the draft plan or the DGEIS are encouraged to attend either in person or virtually via Zoom. There will also be opportunity to submit written comments. So again, Monday, May 20th, right here at 6 o'clock, the comp plan, the big ta-da. So make sure you show up if you're interested and or tune in via TV. All right, first item today on the open session, we're going to deal with matters surrounding a possible change to Chapter 301, Pervious Parking, and that would be with Matt Charters.
Sorry, that's okay. That's okay, man. We're good with it. I'll be quick. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Matt.
All right, so this is a pretty straightforward clarification to our code to deal with pervious parking. So as you know, the reviewing board, either the town board or the planning board on site plans can allow someone to do pervious parking, so that's, you know, something that drains itself, pervious asphalt, pervious pavers, gravels, etc. What we've seen throughout our application process now is people are relying on pervious parking as a way to sort of get around the code as a workaround. So as another variance they wouldn't have to seek. So if they're going way beyond their floor area that would be allowed, they're going to try and do pervious parking so they don't have to get an impervious variance. So what this does is just for the purpose of zoning, all your pervious parking has to be considered impervious, which if you ask most engineers like gravel or something, after a year or two, it compacts and becomes impervious anyway. Pretty much it.
Yep.
That's the lake in front of the ice rink.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so like any gravel, you just, over time, freeze thaw cycle, driving over it, even some of this other stuff, if it's not maintained, it becomes impervious.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make sure that this is not, you know, used as a tool to make it look like you're doing the right thing, where you're going beyond like your, you know, your building lot coverage or your floor area and not having to get an impervious variance because you're way beyond what would be allowed. Because essentially there's nothing to stop you now in the town code from just making your whole site pervious parking.
Right.
Couldn't you make your pervious, could you make the code so your pervious parking has to match impervious parking? So you're saying they're getting around?
So this is what it's going to do. It's going to make your, for your purposes of your impervious coverage, the pervious parking will now count towards your impervious calculation. If you understand. I know it's a little like confusing.
Yeah, I mean,
So these for other like commercial projects that use them? So my only concern, like always, I imagine they still have to provide at least a paved area for handicap
Yeah, so it's going to
accessibility and
always be
everything, right?
paved,
So-
and it's always going to, we want to make sure it's functioning correctly. We just want to make sure that it's, you know, if you're going beyond your coverages, you're not using this as like a way to get out of a variance, so it's going to count towards your impervious and like your total lot coverage.
You just have no trust in people. You think they would really try to do that, huh?
From experience, we see some creative things.
Absolutely, no
Yes.
doubt in my mind.
What
So-
about for residential though? You're saying commercial.
So this is really, the only time this would come in is for commercial for site plans. I mean, residential, if someone wants to do pervious, there's not, I mean, we could address it, but this is really just looking at commercial projects.
I just look at it from a drainage standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Pervious is much better because.
Yeah, it
does-
is. It is better once
you know,
if it functions correctly, and we're not saying that you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So, like the board, the reviewing board will always have to give the person permission. That's what the code says now, in consultation with the town engineer or the consulting engineer, whoever we're using for that particular project. We just want to make sure the code's functioning the way it should.
Okay.
Great.
Have it on for publish and post for the next meeting. Everybody's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Public
Sounds
hearing
good.
in June.
Sure.
Great job.
Sounds great. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me go first.
No problem.
You owe the chief a cup of coffee.
Item number 2, we have police matters surrounding the monthly report with Chief HEGERMILLER.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hopefully everyone has the copy. It was emailed to you.
Yes, sir.
There was one little correction on it, and that had to do with the revenue chart. The wrong chart was attached. It only had April
Okay.
on it, so there's the yearly totals.
Thank you.
I sent it to you. You did? April was a good month. Calls received are down. Domestics were up, motor vehicle accidents up, deer strikes were up, big time. Summonses down, arraignments are up, everything else is down, including criminal incidents was down quite a bit, and that's due to reduced number of pet larcenies for April, so.
Narcan.
Oh, I think I brought that with me, Tim. I'll have to get that to you.
Okay. Hopefully it's down.
Yeah, make sure it's not attached. I don't remember any, but, I'll get it to you.
Okay.
Let's see, we did the transition to our new RMS happened this month, the beginning of the month, not the beginning of the month, but I think it was like the 6th of May. So we're on our new records management and our new CAD system, and so far, if there was any wood around, I knock on it, so far, so good. Still up and running. There are some issues with releasing information as far as to the press, but we're working on it. We're working on it.
That's the button that says give them nothing?
Nothing,
or
right,
give 'em
well,
something?
yeah, or give
You
them
keep
everything,
pressing the
right.
give them nothing
Yeah.
button?
So it's a work in progress. The way they designed it didn't release, it released everything from CAD, but not actually the return that is on the call. So we're working on getting the return to be published in the blotter. But we're getting there, so.
I think our reports are more accurate in the sense that we're out of the, going back 1 year ago, we're out of that pandemic period of just
Yes.
everybody on lockdown and things like that. So now when we're
Definitely.
comparing this month to the month last year, we're starting to get some actual realistic numbers
Right,
back to reality.
right, yep.
Yeah, no, I
Comparing
just-
reality to reality.
I just looked at that from DMV, put out some kind of report, and basically, yes, from 2019 to now, we're back basically the same where we started, so.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Good.
There is more good news, very good news. The state or the governor has awarded us $1.47 million for technology. So we submitted, last year we got 40 on that grant, this year we're getting 1.4. So
Body cameras?
body cameras.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And that looks like she's covering the whole, body camera project is a 5-year project. We're gonna pay over 5 years, but it looks like we're getting all the money up front.
Oh, that's real good news.
We'll know officially at the end of the month, the report comes out, her letter comes out at the end of the month,
Okay.
so.
Well, thank you, Governor's Office, for sure.
Thank you for, yes, and, so we were the second largest recipient in Suffolk County. The county being the largest, and then followed. They got
That's excellent.
they got 7 million. We got
Of course.
So,
Awesome.
yep,
That's really good news.
and I think that's it.
Good.
I'll get you that other than all kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Chief.
No problem.
Item number 3, we have code enforcement matters surrounding monthly report with Senior Investigator Downs. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right. Happy to report code enforcement will be, Pam also will be starting on Monday, a full-time clerical person.
She's great.
Which we desperately needed, so it'll be good. So we'll have that office manned 5 days a week. All right,
Excellent.
so
Excellent.
happy to report that.
Really good news.
Yep,
New cars ordered.
yep, we got a new
Another one
vehicle.
down the road.
Yep,
In
we got
order.
a new vehicle just delivered.
Oh, it's like Christmas around
Yeah,
here,
that's
huh?
great, yeah.
Nice, nice.
One more possibly coming. so
Yes.
Very good. For the month of April, we've opened up 42 new complaints. Okay, those complaints range from animals, dogs, bluff restrictions, bulk garbage, site plan violations, commercial litter, dangerous conditions. We had 10 illegal and unlawful apartments. We had 3 illegal signs. We had 3 light ordinance. We had 1 overcrowded houses. We're working on 6. Property maintenance 5, no rental permit violations, we have 2. Residential building no permits 4. Residential little garbage, we have 2. Solid waste 3. Streets and sidewalk violations 1. Unsafe buildings 1. Vacant abandoned buildings 1. Vehicles and parking 2. Zoning setbacks 2. And zoning use violations we have 2. And we have 18 cases still open from January that are still pending investigations that we're working on. We issued 70 summonses for the month of April, which we're up a little bit from last month. Those range from no rental permit violations, we have 9. We have no building permits, 14.
Wow.
No COs, those are 8. Violations of zoning, 5. Noise ordinance, 1. Parking on front lawn violations, 6. Unregistered vehicles, 4. Litter on commercial properties, we have 3. Litter on residential, we have 1. Weeds, rubbish, that's getting big now because people aren't mowing their lawns and the grass is now growing, so we have 6. Exterior lighting, 1. Clothing bins, we have 2. Violations of site plan, we have 3. Obstruction of sidewalks, 1. Stop work order violation, 1. And unlawful signage, 4. And last but not least, dumpsters, 1. All right.
Rich, I have a question on the no building permits.
Yeah.
That's really concerning. What's the process? Because somebody could build a building, not get electrical, plumbing inspections, all the inspections they need. So what happens then?
Well, I mean, routinely with the no building permit violations, we're finding we're going to places and sometimes there'll be a basement occupancy where they've constructed walls and put in heat and electric and things such, and they don't have building permits or a CO for it. So those are routinely the ones that we're seeing over there with the, but if somebody does not have a building permit, they're to apply for one with the building department, get an application together and apply for it, and they will inspect it to make sure it conforms with the New York State Fire and Building Code.
Okay.
Just because it's built and it's up, when they do get caught or when they do come forward, an inspection is done, the electrical, the plumbing, everything does get inspected.
Yes.
Whether, even if they have to rip out a wall or take something apart to see it, so be it, but it is actually inspected.
Correct, by the building department.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions on that?
No, as you know, I gave you a copy of something that the town of Babylon has recently started. And I gave it to the town attorney's office too, and I just want to mention it to the board.
Sure.
I was speaking with Supervisor Schaefer from Babylon, and they have signed on with a company that tracks all rentals in their town. So they track all VRBOs, all Airbnbs, they track all the rentals, and then they give the information to the town to compare whether or not there is a rental permit on that property or not. And there's a huge opportunity for a money grab on all the people that are illegally renting without rental permits. And I think it would help tremendously. It's just a matter of finding some money to hire this company. But we're going to look into it a little further because the money that we can recoup by far goes way over the amount that it costs to use this program. And I think it would really help them out tremendously
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
code enforcement
I agree.
office, so,
Yeah, because it's a third-party company, they do all the
Right.
research.
Yeah.
They just lay it out for you.
yeah, absolutely. So, we'll look into that further.
He had a lot of savings in his department as well, because he had, he was short-handed employees, unfortunately.
Yep.
But there is money in the department there, so
Yep.
I
Yep.
100% agree with you.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
buy
it's
it
a good
and
way to
they'll
crack
recoup
down
it.
on it. Yeah,
and-
absolutely.
and Crack down on it.
Great idea.
Good.
All right, we'll get moving on to rentals. We perform the annual inspections of rental properties. We have inspected approximately 109 residential type structures for the month of April. We've collected approximately $44,850 in rental fees for the month of April. Totaling revenue from January to April right now currently is $98,400. And that's all I got.
No, that's not all you got. You're one of the busiest offices we have in the town, so
It's true.
That's all I got for now.
it's incredible. It's incredible what you've gotten done with the lack of personnel that you've had, so.
Yeah, yeah.
We can expect so much more now, getting you up to speed a little bit.
Yep.
Just somebody in the office is gonna take so much pressure off of you or
Yep.
anybody else who has to sit in there to kind of guard the ship. Everybody's outside doing their job, so.
Yep, we're just treading water right now. We're
Yep.
gonna just bring our head above right now.
Good,
It'll be great.
It's
good
that
job.
We raised all the fees and everything there, and now it's paying off, because the
Yeah.
income is coming in, and it's gonna cover your new additional staff, so.
Absolutely, great. And we got another code enforcement officer that we have to
Yep.
replace, so that'll happen soon.
Yep.
We did canvass the list of the people who took the test, so hopefully that'll come to fruition too.
Good,
Great.
Yeah.
excellent.
Yep. All right.
Very good. All right, thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Okay, item number 4 is Justice Court, matters surrounding the monthly report, and it will be with Deputy Town Attorney CERU. Hello, how are
Good
you?
morning, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, as usual, I'll start off with my disclaimer. This is just town code ordinances, nothing from the penal law. But of course, we have that overlap with PD for the quality of life offenses. And in that same token, I would like to give Riverhead PD a shout out. They've done really, really well with these return on warrants, especially in the month of April. Just outside of our regular court dates, we've had 7 return on warrants, which is pretty big. And this is not counting all the return on warrants that come through while I'm already at the court. So with that being said, we've had 5 fire marshal convictions totaling at $2,260 for the month of April. Quality of life, 24 convictions, $5,465. Neighborhood preservation, $3,015. So there were 7 other convictions for the return on warrants, and total amount brought in was $1,345 with 48 convictions. Parking calendars, we set down a parking trial, which I just had on Monday. We've been picking up on litigation, especially Councilman Kern, I know your concern was the illegal dumping of the household garbage. Those are now finally finding their way to the Justice Court. And because those fines were increased and they are, the minimum fine, if a person in the town of Riverhead deposits household garbage in a Riverhead receptacle, minimum fine's $1,500, right? So these are pretty much automatic trials, and we're setting them all down for trial.
Excellent.
So I'll report on those next month of what the outcomes of those are.
And how's that working, like, even like alongside, so like in Wading River, there's this ongoing problem where people are just, we have rentals within the area, illegal renters
Right.
that are just stacking their garbage next to the garbage pails down by the beach and overflowing them and so forth, so.
Right.
How does it work out? Do you work along with the sanitation department and B&G to
Yes.
kind of search through some of this stuff and
Yes.
find
So
receipts and other things with names on it?
Yep, receipts, mail, anything that will link the
Excellent.
defendant to the actual garbage. And I have conversations with sanitation, and then he'll come in earlier next week to prep for trial, and we'll get the evidence that we need to get in, and then hopefully I will give you a report on what those outcomes are.
Thank you.
Good.
That's what I have for this month, and I'm looking forward to letting you know what happens with those and a couple other trials I have on for that went on this month.
Excellent.
Are we building up revenues and all of the mandatory?
All the mandatory surcharges are being adhered to. I'm very happy to report that the judges are taking them seriously and putting them in.
Good.
Yep.
Because so often it's like Monty Hall's "Let's make a deal" in justice court, and you get I'll plead guilty, but we'll waive the fee or whatever.
Exactly.
And I understand there are circumstances where that is appropriate, but this is a good dollar amount coming in after all
Yes.
the "Let's make a deal" is done. So
I agree.
this is a good job.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Anything else? Okay.
Good job,
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right, next up, we have sewer. We have matters surrounding biosolids reuse program with Michael REICHEL.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you? Good. And who do we have with you today?
This is Nick Bono from H2N.
Hi, Nick.
The
How are you?
engineers for the,
Nice to meet you.
for the Riverhead School
Likewise.
District. So today,
Good morning.
we are here to discuss the biosolids reuse project. We did a map and plan back in 2022, and we held a public hearing for improvements to the district to include biosolids reuse improvements. After the construction documents were done and design was done, we went out to bid earlier this year. The bids came in higher than the original estimate, which was in 2021, which couldn't be expected. So what we needed to do was adjust the map and plan to reflect the new numbers. We would need a public hearing to establish a new budget and to do a new bond authorization for that. So we Nick put together the numbers for the real numbers that came into bid, and he's going to go through them real quick and explain where we're at, so you guys feel comfortable with moving forward with the project and answer any questions you have.
Okay, so just building off of what Mike said, essentially this biosolids reuse project is targeted to reduce the volume of solids that you otherwise have to haul from the facility to landfill apply. In doing our analysis, so the tables, I guess on the handout that Mike had distributed, item number 3, that table is giving you an overview of what your current expenditure is relative to the operation of the sludge process that you currently have. What we did was we looked at it over a 30-year life cycle, which is typical of facilities like this, and then we averaged out the 30-year cost, which take into account an annual escalation factor. In doing that, just the sludge hauling, utility, and consumable cost that the district is expending, averaged over 30 years, you're looking at an annual expenditure of about $1.3 million. The capital improvement that we had designed is going to be a process that's going to significantly reduce the volume of solids generated and essentially reduce that annual average cost over 30 years down to about $419,000, which essentially is an $860,000 a year savings. Which is great, but it costs you money to put the capital improvements in place to get the systems to generate this type of outcome. So with that, if you flip over to the next page, this is a summary of the construction costs that came in, which was higher than what the estimate was from 2021, as well as all the other costs associated in terms of engineering, soft costs, permitting, and all the things necessary to complete this system. The bottom line number at the end of this table is the total dollar amount that would need to be budgeted and applied to a loan. For wastewater facilities, and I know the town's familiar with the Environmental Facilities Corporation, we would pursue a loan through them, and due to the nature of the town, you would qualify under their hardship financing program, which is a 0 interest loan and 0% admin fees on it. So essentially, you would be taking this dollar amount over a 20-year period and paying it off. That being said, the last page is just giving you what that loan amount over 20 years would exceed to, and it's just under $845,000 a year. So you're netting an $860,000 savings. You'll be increasing, your loan payback or your debt that you currently don't have by 844. So you're still a net negative on your annual expenditure. So we went through this exercise to really reevaluate the cost impacts of the capital improvement relative to the savings, compared to what you're currently spending at the district, to make sure that this still made sense.
And it obviously does.
And I think in the long run, I don't know whether it's included in these numbers, Mike, but, eventually if we get the county off of our system and we make that available to other new projects that are coming in eventually down in Town Square, and we see the development, foreseeable in the next, 3-4 years, apartment buildings start opening up, new Town Square Hotel and all the other things in there, imagine your flow is gonna be greater than certainly what it is now. So really the savings, this may even be potentially, is this safe to say, underestimating the overall savings of this project once
In
the
the
flow
long run,
really starts.
yeah, in the long
Because
run.
we're only growing, we're not,
Right.
there's no way to scale back.
Right.
So this is win-win all around. It's a great
So-
program.
Mike, if I recall, in 2021, the cost was somewhere around 10 million,
Yes.
and it's gone up like more than 50%. What's the reason that it's gone up 50% in 3 years? I'm just curious.
Oh, I think it was market adjustments, and as we did the detailed design, some of the original scope changed, and we increased the footprint of the storage building that we're putting on the property. So there were things that, it's not necessarily apples to apples, there were things that were increased during design in terms of the scope of work that's gonna be done, which contributed to the increase in cost.
So in the long run, and I'm glad you put, the extra storage, and so do we have room to expand? I mean, if we get back county and all that,
Well,
what's the capacity of this, I guess?
It's
is what I'm
designed for
asking.
whatever the design flow is of the sewer and the scavenger waste districts.
At 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Right. No more, no less.
So right now, the way the solids are coming into the facility, it's underloaded relative to what we could achieve. These savings right now are based on the current loading. If your loading increase, the savings will increase as well,
Right, I
right?
understand.
Good.
And if we you say disconnect of the county and then make up that difference with development downtown, it could be a trade-off too, where it's not like you're getting that much more, you're taking flow away and adding flow here. And the facility is only rated for X amount of gallons a day.
There's a large amount of reserve for the county that's not used.
Correct.
And it will be used when our development comes downtown. So the numbers will be significantly higher savings, no question about it.
I guess the only other thing I wanted to highlight is our savings are still assuming that the material that's coming out of this process is still gonna be hauled the same way that you're hauling it. That's conservative. The material and the quality of it is gonna be of a quality that you have unrestricted disposal opportunities. So potentially, we could eliminate hauling cost if it's just given away, right?
Yeah.
So, again, there's additional savings to
Right.
be realized. We're just saying, worst case, you're just gonna haul it the way you are.
Where's the truck to now?
Bethlehem, PA,
Okay,
because it's closer than Ohio.
right,
That's where it used to go.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to put together the map and plan based on what regulations we have right now. So while we're doing construction, we will make application to DEC for permits to do land application, either on side farms, container nurseries, tree nurseries, whatever, to incorporate it into the soil as a soil amendment. But if that doesn't get approved, we're still, again, going to continue to go to landfills and base this all on volume reduction, and that's where the savings comes in. And a lot of places are doing studies. The state of Maine has discontinued the use of biosolids on land application because of the certain chemicals that are in the sludge based on industrial users. We don't have a lot of industrial users on our system. And we think our sludge is going to be of good quality, and it will be used for that. But so what they needed to do is they're focusing on volume reduction, and that's going to take a while. We're already there. We've started this a long time ago to do volume reduction for cost savings, and finally coming to a head. So this is the right time.
Talking about chemicals and the biosolids, I was at a summit of all the supervisors on Long Island the other day, and they discussed that the sewer treatment plants are possibly going to be starting to be tested for PFAS and PFOAs.
We've,
Any idea?
We've taken
Because
part-
this could bankrupt a
Yep.
town
Yep.
if you have to go out and filter now, say the water you're pumping out onto county golf course.
right. So we participated in a study with USGS, and it was to collect samples from your influent and your effluent. They didn't take any sludge samples for, certain chemicals, and we haven't got the results of them back. There were several different treatment plants throughout the county that participated in that program. So we're still waiting for the test results to come back. If it is found to be in there, it's you have to go upstream and see where you're getting it from, and that's where you have to isolate the problem from. You're probably going to always have some, but if you can eliminate your sources, then you get out of the waste stream before it even hits us. So,
But eliminated, it means filtering it out somehow.
well,
Or finding, going to the root of where it's coming from, you're saying, and stop that from going in.
exactly.
Not allow them.
Not allow them to-
inject into the system.
Okay.
Find your sources.
Yeah, it's all part of the surveillance program that they're doing. They want to start downstream and then work their way back to see what does it look like, where's it coming from, and then come up with a plan on how to effectively address it.
Because potentially, if we had to start doing the filters like the water department uses on the wells, I mean, this is millions and millions of dollars. It really could bankrupt the town.
Right.
That was the concern of the tone
Yep.
at the.
But it all depends on what's going to come out in those sample results from USGS. And I'm guessing that it's not going to be in the effluent. I believe it's going to be it's captured in the sludge.
I hope you're right.
So,
That's-
and it all
that would
depends
be
on the
right.
concentrations that are
Right.
coming in.
Yep.
So you're going to test what's coming in and what's going out, and the difference is what's in your sludge.
Right, right.
So,
Okay.
and again, we don't have a lot of industrial uses on the system. We really don't have any. I mean, we have AdChem up there by Applebee's, and that's pretty much it as far as industrial. And that's just sanitary use only.
Mhm.
There's no industrial waste comes into the system. So I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Good, I hope so. Fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that would affect our reuse
Oh, yeah.
plan, right?
It would,
In
yep.
a
Yep.
huge way, because if it all comes out clean, we actually have a product that we could potentially sell.
Right.
Right, so,
We'll give away first.
well, but if it's a
Gotta start
real
somewhere.
good, clean product.
Yep. And the system that we're looking to install has been installed in Geneva, New York, and we went and visited the treatment plant up there. And they're doing land application up there without any problems. They've got permission to do that. And had outlet to a couple of farmers, and one farmer said, well, I want to take all your product. And the other farmer said, no, I want to take all your product. So then they ended up paying, now they're paying for the product.
And was all their stuff screened for PFAS and PFOS?
I'm not really sure. This was a while back. We took a trip up there.
Okay.
So, all right. So with the board's permission, we'd like to put a resolution forward calling a public hearing for the bond authorization for the difference, to amend the bond authorization.
I hope it won't be as contentious as the first one. I think I already spoke.
Nobody did.
I think it's way too scientific, but you did an awesome job with the first one. I always just want to say, Michael, you've been like a leader in the whole industry as a whole, like going in and touring your facility and looking at it, you're like so far above other facilities around the area, around the coast. So you've always done an awesome job. You're always looking at better environmental ways, better saving ways, and you produce every single year. It's been awesome. The downside is we're never letting you retire.
I took the words right out of my mouth.
It's got a clamp on my leg. No, it goes right to the chair.
See if we can get the reso authorizing the grant too?
Yes,
Okay, so we'll have another reso authorizing the WIA
okay,
application too?
yes.
Okay.
So there's a WIA grant that is available, and it's due June 15th. We just got notification of it the other day. So Dawn's office is going to put that application together with the help from H2M you can do that resolution?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yep, I just want to make sure you know what it is and you'll see.
What's we, I mean?
Water infrastructure Infrastructure Improvement Act.
Okay.
So some of the WIA grants are for great drinking water, some are for clean water, so sewer, and this would be clean water, and Carissa's been making those applications, so we just continue to do that.
Good, very good. In between all the other time you had in that office. Do
But
grants.
she's back from vacation now, so she's just gonna work right through this. She's recharged, right?
Yes.
Ready to go.
Good, all good.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Michael.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise. Take care.
Okay, and
Copy of the table with the numbers?
the last matter we have on for open session today, before we get to resolutions, are matters surrounding possible South Jamesport Beach Boat Rack, East Creek docking, surveillance, and capital projects, including resurfacing of the basketball court, and that will be with our Recreation Superintendent, Ray Coyne. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ray.
Let's start with the South Jamesport Boat Rack. I don't know if do you guys have the fact
We do
sheet?
have it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
I
got
have
the
the
fact
fact
sheet.
sheet, yes.
Ray, can I get one of those, please?
Yeah.
TV what, correct?
I believe I have mine.
Okay, this is part of our initiation to bring in revenue to the town. So this is actually, Ashley had brought this to me. And we've had several requests over the years of people wanting to put their kayaks in a storage place or the small boats and stuff like that. So, so we decided to take a look at it. B&G can construct it. So generally, this is what it looks like. It's there's 12 boat rack spaces to it. We're going to locate it at South Jamesport Beach. The rental agreement, and this is we're modeling off Southampton, would start May 25th to October 15th. The rental rate, which is our initial rate, would be $150. Southampton's $200. We wanted to just have like initial rate so people can get people in right away. They have to be town residents or taxpayers, and they have to secure it with a hull or a chain or padlock or similar means. So they're responsible for themselves, and they must supply a picture of the vessel with their contract. So, applications for the town of Riverhead and overall boat rack rental season will be accepted as first come, first served basis, because I'm sure we're going to get a waiting list after this. A lottery, if necessary, will be conducted for the 2025 season, and we say lottery because Southampton has a lottery. Limit 1 per person, 2 entries per household, limit 1 storage spot per person. Selected applicants will be required to make a non-refundable payment of $150 on or before May 25th. To secure their space, all applications must include proof of Riverhead residency, taxpayer status, and provide a picture of the vessel. So, and all of the applications will be found on our website. So, this is the first thing. We're hoping to put them everywhere, but this is an experimental
So,
shot.
Ray, I have a question for you. And is there room, the demand is there to increase it at that particular park, more racks?
South Jamesport, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's one. Second question is, I don't know, was a couple of months ago, what's the name of that park on West Main? Willow something?
Weeping Willow Park.
Weeping Willow
Yeah.
Park. We
That's a
talked
perfect spot for it too.
Right, to put some there,
Yeah. Yep.
so they could get on the river.
I can tell you, it's never a great idea, and for years when we were in the beach club in Wading River, there was like a lottery, first come, first serve. You had to get that kayak rack right away. First one to send in a check, and
Yeah.
but I'd love to see it at Wading River Beach as well.
Sure.
And so to move them around, I think it's going to be an automatic success. So there's certainly a lot of people that's a lot easier than hauling it up the beach and getting on top of the car and
That's the
strapping
complaint
it
we
all
always
down
get.
and everything else.
Yeah.
Or I myself have it hanging out the back of the Suburban going down the street. So by all means, it'll be successful right away. So it's a
Yeah.
great job, but I encourage you right away to expand it because I think it'll be needed all around.
We will. No, we definitely will. We just wanted to give it a shot, see what kind of feedback we get. And I have a feeling too, because of all the calls we received over the years with people, hey, can you do something with a kayak or a canoe rack? Can you do this? And credit to Buildings and Grounds, they built it for us. So
The only encourage is right on the rack to call this number to rent the space.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's-
we'll
people
market
know
it.
right where to go to get it.
And then we'll just, as long as you guys okay with the 150, like I said, 200 at Southampton, we thought about it, we said, no, let's start it off at 150, then we'll slowly increase it, just to get the people in. And 150 times 12, that's a pretty good amount to start, and then you get 4 beaches, then maybe Weeping Willow, then we'll really start to generate revenue from it. So.
Yeah, I'm with Ken. I think this is gonna be like a grand slam, right? So 12, I would like to see at other beaches and get it started. And
Yeah. No, we definitely will. We definitely will. Like I said, we couldn't ask B&G to build a whole bunch of them. We said one to start. And so we will put in a resolution with the rate, as long as the town board's okay with the rate of 150. Then we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and launch it.
The rack is
No pun intended.
built,
Yeah, that's good. I didn't even think about it.
the rack is built very simple. I think also where we can reach out to like Troop 94 and we always have Eagle Scouts looking to do projects and
True.
stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
And it's a simple, way to construct it, that we may get some Eagle Scouts that want to participate in the program as well, to build them.
Yeah, I took a picture. I don't know if you guys have that of the
I did
one
get
at
his
Southampton.
emails. Yeah.
That's the one we modeled it after. And it looks like a piece of wood carving, it's not big at all. So we're gonna move forward with that if you're okay with it, good.
I understand the limit per household, but for there only to be 2, what if you have like mom, dad, and the kids that do this together on the weekends or, after school?
Limit
or
what, with 2 vessels?
Yeah.
And you can have,
That's up to, listen, we're just modeling Southampton. We had nowhere to go but just to model the success that Southampton has had. So if you, as a board, would like us to change that rule, I'm fine with that. I really, it doesn't matter to me, I just want to sell all 12 of them out.
Right. I would like to see families be able to do something together, and by limiting it to 2, you're kind of cutting the
I
kids
can move that out and just see what plays out.
I don't know, it's up to the rest of the board, it was just something.
no, that makes sense. I mean, this seems to be a trial, but I see this as being pretty big. I would ask you to consider 175.
I'll consider $500, but
Okay, let's go to
175. No, again, we just want to sell it out right away. You don't know how it could be. Southampton, they're going to get that money. I just want to make sure we got the money, so we said we'd go a little lower, but I'll gladly bump it up to 175 if you guys all
I
agree.
think the price is right. I mean, the cost of kayaks has come down. It's becoming more, it's a growing sport out on the water on a regular basis, and yeah, it keeps it affordable. I
Yeah,
like the
these are our
150. I don't think we
residents.
need to go high. We're not looking to penalize
Oh, you have to
people,
be
but
a
it's
resident.
You have to be a resident.
Yeah,
But
it's
the-
resident only.
My only thing is when you're building the racks, to mention the B&G was some of the things we've seen in other places where I have gone. Is like our kayak is a larger, oversized. It's kind of between a kayak and a canoe, and just to have like on the lower level ones a
Like a
wider distance, so
larger-
they
yeah.
so that
Okay.
they fit. 'Cause some
Okay.
of these kayaks are very narrow and so forth, and then you show up with yours and it never fits. So,
Okay.
Oh, more than one
just to think
person can
about
go
that.
on a kayak, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they have two
I've never gone
person
kayaking.
kayaks.
Yeah, you could just.
Okay, then forget what I said.
Kayaking's
The
fun,
limited.
It's nice, it's relaxing.
But maybe Councilwoman Mosky has some families that want to donate kayaks. I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I see us down the road even renting kayaks. We sit, Councilman KERN and I spoke about
Done in a
Weeping
lot
Willow
of
Park.
places, yeah.
Yeah, Weeping Willow Park. I don't know. It's a small little park next to the old Weeping Willow. Well, it used to be the old Weeping Willow motel, but there's we have a little path to the water,
Yeah.
and it's perfect to launch your boats over there, kayaks, canoes.
Yeah.
So maybe we down the road we can start renting those too.
Great.
We're looking for every way we can get revenue into the department town. Okay, so that's with that. The second one is Stotsky Park, the basketball court. We are looking to resurface it. We've done it at Horton. We're looking to do the same thing at Stotsky. We received a quote from the same company of 17 to 18 grand. That's our starting point. If somebody comes in lower, which I don't think they will, then we'll do the 3 quotes. I just wanted to make sure the town board's okay with us doing resurfacing the park.
You did a good save. It was last year when Ken Testa got really involved with the tennis courts over at Stotsky Park and so forth like that. So you using
Yeah.
the same approach on that as opposed to just calling out.
No,
Contractors
it's not, it doesn't need to be totally redone like the tennis court. Because they use 3 different companies to rebuild the tennis court. This is just pure resurfacing. We did it at Horton last year. There's a local company that outbid the larger companies like Landtech by 15, 20 grand.
It was like
And-
15,000
yeah,
for Horton, if I
and So
remember.
we went to them again because they really did a nice job.
Yeah.
They're, like I said, he's local, he's from Riverhead.
Yeah, no, great.
It's an independent business, so we're assuming he's still gonna be the lowest quote, but we still gotta get a couple of the quotes.
Horton sold it up okay?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be my next
Yeah.
question. Is
And when
that-
was the last time this was done at Stotsky?
Since before even I got
I
here.
was gonna say, I don't
It's been a long
remember that
time.
being done in recent time at all.
Yeah, and
they
that's
do
something
that?
Larry Williams always was inquiring about,
Right.
and we just never had the money, but.
It could use it gets used a fair amount too. Every time I ride by it, there's
Oh,
at least a couple
yeah.
kids up there shooting around or
Yeah,
whatever, so.
it's very, basketball's very popular there.
Yeah.
That's why we're looking to, I'm gonna come to you guys soon with Two Bears to put in a brand new basketball court at Two Bears, because it's very popular, very popular.
Can they just, can we work on a project just to beautify the end of that basketball court, pulling out all that overgrown stuff that's coming down, like in Stotsky Park on the one end, just so that then, once it's resurfaced, nobody's driving on it or whatever to cut that stuff and trim it, you know?
At
what I mean?
Stotsky?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
kinda
put
like
bollards
rip out.
up or
It's-
something like that, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
To clean it up before, and then when you resurface it, you got nobody driving on there, pickup trucks trying to clean, it needs an overhaul up there,
Yeah, I agree with
the
that,
landscape side of things.
yeah.
So I would encourage you to do that before, this is a great project, go
Yeah.
go ahead, but just.
Well, no vehicles can get in anymore unless it's our vehicles. We successfully surrounded entire Stotsky Park with bollards and gates. But still some of our vehicles, our B&G, our own.
Just so we're
department
not
vehicle
driving
went on
over
it.
the brand
Yeah.
new surface to
Yeah.
tear everything out, so.
No, I agree 100%. That's a
At
good
least
point.
remove everything.
Because our basement is right there, so many times we bring our own truck over there. So yeah, we'll make to eliminate that. Okay, so the third thing I wanted to discuss, and I don't know if the chief's here. Oh, the chief is here. I have been asking for several years to outfit East Creek Marina with surveillance. I had asked the chief just recently if he can help out. So I don't know the first thing about surveillance. We've been having a lot of robberies there, believe it or not, and we're getting
Larcenies.
complaints.
Don't say robbery, larceny.
Yeah, petty larceny. Petty larceny. No, it's little things.
Robberies sound like somebody's got guns on people.
No,
taking
not
their
even
stuff.
close. Not even close.
We don't want to portray that. That's
What are they
not what's
taking?
happening,
Are they
people.
Ripping up boats? What
Just
are they
little things.
Alcohol off the boats.
Yeah,
Loose
yeah.
change, whatever.
Everything. It sounds like it's kids running
Yeah.
around. And then plus we want to keep a better eye on the dock, and this is what everybody's doing. We want to get all the parks outfitted with surveillance. So I'll defer to the chief here. He got a quote from me from A Plus, and
All right, so it's basically the same camera systems we have throughout the town, so we went back to A+. They did they reviewed the site, and they came up with a plan. It'll be the same as we have now with the wireless. They did think about hardwiring it, because there's a lot of conduit down there for the slips and stuff like that.
And there is Wi-Fi down there already.
Right. So, B&G looked at it and they thought not to use the conduit wouldn't be a good idea, so they have to do it wirelessly, and that's what we'll do.
Okay.
So it'll be, they'll capture the beach, the parking lot, and the slips, and using good cameras, and it'll all come back to headquarters,
Okay.
same as we have now,
Price?
75,000.
this is the East Creek Fund, which is a separate fund.
Right.
I asked Bill and Jeanette if they can give me a recap of the fund. So I'll let Bill take over from there.
So there is money to do this. Right now, there's about 51% in fund balance. This will take away about 25%, so it'll go down to 25%. The only thing in East Creek is we had a discussion about bulkheading a little
Yeah.
while ago. Is that project still, because we were looking to do bulkheading that we don't have the funds for, and then bond it, and we're trying to put that off for a year or so we can pay that once the old bond comes off. So is that still on table, or?
I haven't approached that yet with engineering. The bulkhead's on the other side of the creek. But it's, we do make money each year, and we're still paying off the bond. I think we have 3 or 4 years left of the bond.
You've got
Something
until
close to that.
27, yep.
Yeah. So even though we're paying off the bond, we're still making a decent amount of
So you-
money per year at East Creek.
Yeah, you
Ray,
paid
it's
about
only
21,000
500 kayak
last
rentals
year.
pay for the camera system, that's all I'm just saying.
There you go.
So my question would be, not knowing when we have to do that and the timing of it, I know that Ray has a list of projects that needs to be done
Yeah.
that we need to have a discussion on. So maybe we throw this into there. I know we talked about grants we may
Right.
get, and we kind of have to put it together and see where we're getting that from and this from, so we potentially have money to do that bulkheading as soon as we need to.
Yeah, I
As
don't
it
mind
is, we're
breaking it
pushing-
down with you, sure.
As it is, we're pushing that down the line further than we want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Even at the end of the season would be, too soon for it. But I know that it's a problem, we have to replace that.
Yeah, maybe we can meet up with Drew and find out what their,
Yeah, he may
Check
say it
it
can
out,
go
yeah.
2 years,
Yeah.
before we really have any issues, so.
okay.
I
But
just
yeah,
wanna make sure we manage, there's a bunch of projects.
Right.
Like I said in that email, that we need to do
Yeah.
for parks. I just wanna make sure that they're listed and they come in priority order so that we know which one to do first. And I'm not saying that these surveillance cameras are not priority, I just think we have to make sure we know what we're getting.
Yeah, and this is just separate East Creek. The only thing East Creek can pay for is anything at South Jamesport that borderlines the marina. So that would include the bulkhead. But the way I see it is we're making a decent amount of money each year now, including paying off the bond. And once the bond is like 100-something thousand a year, so once that comes off the books, now that's adding to the amount that we make on
If
top
only
of.
the, if only the police department could get like $1 million grant for equipment.
After that equipment. That's already
monitoring, it's security.
That's already earmarked, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with breaking down a couple projects over there just to make sure we're good.
Ray, is East Creek filled up still
Yes.
and a waiting list still?
Yes.
Good, okay.
Yeah, we're very stable over there. We average 10% turnover. Last year was I think 7 or 8%. So it's been stable over the years. Where the waiting list is up to 300-something people. So we're and that's been since I've been here. It's just a stable waiting list, and people keep coming on it every year. So it always balances itself out.
Yeah, we've been at like 175 for years on the waiting list.
You're on it?
I
All right, I'll
believe
check
we
to where-
still
you
are.
probably you definitely moved up. I know we've turned over that list a couple times, so I'll find out.
Well, we no longer have a boat.
You shouldn't have told me that. You
My
should eliminate
ship has sailed.
Wait a minute.
I like Lost in Ray.
Sell your space in life.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
might get a kayak now.
Kayak.
Chief, what's the late, how long does it take to install that? Just out of-
That's what a lot of
What's
people
that,
tell us.
probably
to
at
do.
least 8 weeks once they get the green light. That would probably be max time. They probably say 4 to 6 weeks, but I'm saying 8 weeks.
What's put the surveillance in? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. This is long overdue for there. We have millions of dollars worth of boats in that marina.
It's nice that there's no pushback from the users of the marina about the camera, because years back, that was a bit of an issue. They really didn't want cameras down there, so.
No, well, it was mainly really one, but I always wondered why. But
Yeah.
and a lot of them do have the doorbell
Subleasing,
cameras
maybe?
on their
Right,
boats.
which
and
is
we,
good, yeah.
And we have the Wi-Fi there. We've
Yeah.
had that for about 3 years now, so that does help. So they can put their little doorbell on their boat. We just wanted you hear things, and you just want to make sure, especially at night, that we're up and up, and since it goes right to the police station, we feel very safe that it's always up there. So
Great.
that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
We do have some more good news.
You just got another
You
grant?
got another million. Yeah, right, another million, right. The reason you didn't get a report was there was nothing to report on the numbers.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. Okay.
Okay,
I like that news.
Just adding this to the.
Thank you.
no problem.
Okay, this is going on the
Yeah,
backside?
on the very bottom of your pile of resolutions.
Thank you.
Okay, we're up to resolutions. Deputy Supervisor Higgins, if you would mind reading off the resolutions.
Okay. If everybody's ready, resolution number 1 authorizes town clerk to publish and post bid for used tow truck.
This is a tow truck that the municipal garage located, I believe, online, and went up and looked at it, and it is in good shape, and it's a pretty good price, and it's about a third of what a new one would cost. And considering the old tow truck that we have will be a current museum piece somewhere. It's been well needed. They've been looking for one for a long time, so this was good news.
Yeah, so I think pursuant to Teresa's procedures there, what we're going to do is go out and publish and post for the bid, and then we're transferring the money, and we anticipate that that's the direction we're going to go, but of course, we're open to other bids as well.
Correct.
Right. Resolution number 2, budget transfer, municipal garage tow truck for said truck. Number 3, 2023 budget transfer. This is, I understand it, we're tying up the last remaining loose ends from the 2023 books.
Right.
Number 4, refuse and garbage district budget adjustment. They apparently want the tipping fees broken out, so it's the same amount, we're just breaking it out differently. Number 5, water district capital project 82408 budget adoption.
Is that water guy needing money again?
Yep. Number 6, WRGST project 82301 budget adjustment and award of construction bid for the water guy. Number 7, assesses cost of labor and material for previously authorized remedial actions at premises known as 172 Michaels Lane, Wading River, New York. Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-114-1-39.4. Resolution number 8, appoints seasonal staff to the Recreation Department. Number 9, appoints Shannon Reitz as a member to the Recreation Advisory Committee. Number 10, appoints a call-in recreation aide to the Recreation Department. Same number 11, appoints a call-in recreation aide to the Recreation Department. Number 12, appoints new seasonal beach employees to the Recreation Department. Number 13, appoints a seasonal registered nurse to the Recreation Department.
This is all, well, the nurses for the program where the kids go all day long down there, so they have to have a nurse on duty. The summer
Camp.
camp, geez, losing my mind up here today. Yes, that's what it's for.
Right. Number 14, appoints seasonal senior recreation leaders to the Recreation Department. Number 15, appoints seasonal recreation staff to the Recreation Department. It's busy season in the Rec Department.
Yes, it is.
Number 16, appoints a call-in chaperone to the Recreation Department. Number 17, sets salaries for 2024 seasonal recreation staff. Number 18, ratifies a salary increase for a senior citizens program supervisor. Number 19, ratifies the appointment of a temporary office assistant for the tax receiver's office so they can get a little help during their high season.
Yep.
Number 20, appoints interpreter for the police department and justice court. Number 21, appoints a provisional wastewater treatment operator trainee. Number 22, provisionally appoints a senior wastewater treatment plant operator 3A. Number 23, appoints a part-time court officer to the police department. Number 24, ratifies the appointment of a custodial worker 1. Number 25, authorizes the supervisor to execute stipulation with CSCA Local 1000, AFS CME, AFL CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk Local 852.
This has to do with our fire marshals. We are, as I mentioned in my early days as supervisor, we wanted to increase the availability of code enforcement officers through the 4 to 12 shift and also for the overnight shift because a lot of things happen. And if the code enforcement officer is available, he can go right to the scene, as opposed the next day if he goes to the scene, they may not let him in. So if police are on the scene and see violations, they'll call code down. And that led us to look at also for standby pay, and standby pay also for the fire marshal. So we had to adjust it, both divisions, and make it accordingly. So they're fairly compensated for their standby pay.
Right. And number 26, appoints Lisa Mayer as a member of the Senior Citizen Advisory Council. Number 27, appoints Sarah Mayo as a member of the Senior Citizen Advisory Council. Number 28, appoints Brian Tully as a member of the Senior Citizen Advisory Council. Number 29, appoints new member to Veterans Advisory Committee, REITs. Number 30, reappoints Judith Barth and Roy Sokolowski as members to the Architectural Review Board. Number 31, reappoints Sid Bale and Eileen McDuffie as members to the Helicopter Task Force. Number 32, reappoints John Cullen, Ken DeLand, and Connie Carlin as members to the Helicopter Task Force. Number 33, reappoints Hideki Arizumi to the Architectural Review Board. Number 34, accepts the retirement of a chief accountant.
Devin, just the last ones that we appointed to the committees and boards, they're just, their terms are up, and they either can relieve themselves from that committee, or if they wish to stay on, we renew the term, so that's what all of those.
Yeah, all those
basically
appointments
are.
are reappointments, really all just good cleanup work by the town board coordinator upstairs to
Right.
kind of clean up some loose ends that she identified
Make sure
kind of lingering
everybody's-
out there. We had holdovers, we had certain
Yes.
things, so this kind of just tidies all of that up and resets the clock for
Correct.
for these folks.
Yep.
Yep. Number 34, accepts the retirement of a chief accountant.
Negative.
Right. Number 35, accepts the retirement of a police detective.
Ed Carey, congratulations.
Wow.
Number 36, ratifies the authorization for the Recreation Superintendent to attend the 2024 NYS RPS Conference. Number 37, sets fees for the 2024 South Jamesport Boat Rack. We just spoke about that. Number 38, authorizes the supervisor to sign a consultant and professional services agreement with William Rothar.
This is, with Mr. Rothar retiring, it does leave us a bit short-handed, and with a young staff, so we're gonna be able to reach out to him as a consultant and on an as-needed basis.
On
After
as-needed
the
basis,
accident.
if needed, and similar, we might point out to the arrangement we had with Bob Kazakevich when he retired.
Correct.
We had a similar arrangement with
Yes.
him. It kind of just made it available for staff to call if they needed
Right.
him. As
Absolutely.
I understand it, we didn't call him much, if at all, so it may be the same here, but it's just nice to have the safety net in place.
But if his resignation resolution doesn't pass, this is not
Yeah, this is.
necessary.
It's a moot point.
Yeah, it's a waste of paper, so all we gotta
Just
do is
confirm.
not allow him to retire, and that
Yep.
will happen.
That's fine.
That's it.
So we'll pull this one after the other one's voted.
Yeah.
Okay, Resolution 39 authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement with an employee. Number 40 authorizes the supervisor to execute a license agreement with Paddle Pub, Inc.
I'm just gonna bring something up that was brought to my attention yesterday on that. They ordered a boat, and the boat's gonna be late, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. I let Karen know this morning, Eric.
Okay, so we may just have to, we just may have to amend some of the verbiage in the agreement, no problem.
That will be nice to have downtown.
Absolutely.
Number 41 authorizes the supervisor to execute an agreement with the County of Suffolk Office for the Aging, AAA Transportation Program 2024.
This is a contract we do every year with them.
Number 42 designates alcohol services vendor to service alcohol at the Polish Town Street Fair and Festival. Number 43 appoints special event Chapter 255 application for the Sergeant Robert A. Hendricks Memorial Creeper WOD. Number 44 approves special event Chapter 255 application for the New York Marine Rescue Center Paddle Battle. Number 45 approves special event Chapter 255 application BIDMA Alive on 25. Number 46, 255 application BIDMA Cardboard Boat Race. Number 47, 255 application BIDMA Reflections Art in the Park. Number 48, 255 application for BIDMA Oktoberfest Reflections. Number 49, 255 application for BIDMA Holiday Parade and Santa House. Number 50, 255 application for BIDMA Halloween Fest. Number 51, 255 application for BIDMA Job Fair.
So for those who say there's nothing to do in Riverhead, I beg you to look at all these resolutions regarding all the activities and events that are scheduled for downtown coming up between now and the end of the year. Some really good stuff. As we know, a lot of them have been done year after year. They're very popular.
Yeah,
And a lot of credit to the bid and everybody who volunteers their time into this.
absolutely. They do a great job down there. Number 52, 255 application for BIDMA Shakespeare in the Park. Number 53, 255 application for BIDMA Peconic Riverfront Preen Cleanup. Number 54, amends Resolution 367-2024 for Special Event Chapter 255 application for Riverhead Townscape Country Fest. It's just a time change. Number 55, resolution to support the Cherry Blossom Tree Program and establishing provisions and procedure for same. Number 56, ratifies, supports, endorses, and authorizes pursuit of Suffolk County Downtown Revitalization Round 22 funding for the installation of a new splash pad in the town square. This is sort of a grant on top of a grant. We got the first grant, now we're applying for another grant for the actual splash pad components. Number 57, authorizes the town clerk to publish and post notice to bidders for police uniform items. Number 58, awards bid, construction of pre-stressed ground storage tank at East Wind Drive, Riverhead Water District. Number 59, authorizes settlement of legal action by Nadia Mazarad against the town of Riverhead. Number 60, schedules public hearing for the special permit application of 4592 Middle Country Road to construct a two-family dwelling, 4592 Middle Country Road, Calverton, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-97-1-79.1. Resolution 61 authorizes town clerk to publish and post notice to amend Chapter 301 Zoning and Land Development, Part 3, Supplementary Regulations, Article... Don't really know if anybody wants to help me with that. I didn't look it up. Supplementary Use Regulations 301-231F, 5, Alternative Paving Techniques, as was just discussed by Matt Charters.
Denise should know.
Number
XLV.
6,
XLV.
XLV, Roman numerals.
155?
XLV.
If you just put Super Bowl in front of it, Tim will know it.
It's 50, X is 50 now.
I had a crib sheet.
50, 65? 45?
all right.
Just for the public, it wasn't a requirement for anybody on this board to know Roman numerals to get elected, just for the...
Someday I'll understand why we still use them, I don't know.
XLV, that's right, should be, he's the accountant.
45. Okay, so Resolution 62 authorizes the acceptance of donation of bleachers from Peconic Bay Medical Center Foundation. We thank them for those bleachers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And number 63, budget transfer, Veterans Memorial Park sanitary system. As I understand it, we're just on the cusp of obtaining the required health department approval to install the system that we'll need to actually allow all the shiny new bathrooms to function over there, and we're
Yes.
anxious to get that going and get that system installed so folks across all of Veterans Park can reap the benefit of
Just
having
To show you
nice
the
new
length of
facilities.
time, we discussed this and approved it back in August. And just the length of time with the county, with the health department to finally get the permits to come, and now we can move forward with
Yep.
this. It takes time. Everybody's like, why couldn't you just, you can't. You gotta go through the process.
And they've been waiting something like, is it 10 years for bathrooms up there?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a long time coming, and we're pleased to
Absolutely.
be at the point in the road here where we can actually get this just about finished, so. All right, that's it on resolutions.
We have
One
one
more.
last
Oh, wait, you
one.
have one more, Devin,
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
one you added.
I gave you guys,
The-
oh, I do have it. Yep, I got it. Sorry, we have one additional resolution. Appoints Frank Bayrud as member to the Riverhead Farmland Committee. So, I don't know, seems very questionable. We probably need to vet
Why
the
wouldn't you
gentleman.
get somebody with farming experience?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
It's actually farmland preservation.
Farmland Preservation Committee, yeah, we'll just add that.
I can't think of a better guy for that position.
Absolutely.
The committee is so excited to have him.
And we miss him around here, so it'll be nice to see him back
He
in
misses
Town Hall.
everybody.
Plus, he's on the board with the state ag and markets.
Right.
So,
Right.
he's,
No, he was perfect.
Nobody better for the post.
He's in the loop. Well, thank you, Devin, on resolutions. That concludes our open session. We are now going to, I'll make a motion momentarily to close open session and go into executive session to discuss under contractual matters surrounding a possible license agreement with DMS Apex Holdings. That will be with KERN and HURLEY. We have matters surrounding possible contractual agreement with the YMCA with Dawn Thomas. We have matters surrounding possible sale of real property, Prudenti Thomas Hurley, And then under personnel, we have matters surrounding a possible change in status of an employee with Hubbard and Howard. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to close open session and go into executive session.
So moved.
Seconded?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we are closed and we will be going into executive session. Everybody have a great week, great weekend. Hope for sunshine.